I like to draw the horizon line just for clarification's sake. So I've made 2 points. And the 2 points converge in the middle when I make this vertical line, which represents the corners of my box. I connect the top corner of the box to the vanishing point and the bottom corner of my box to the vanishing point. And then I do the same thing on the other side. Corner to vanishing point. Corner to vanishing point. Okay. Then, to create the lid of the box, you would connect vanishing point to, and you can select any random point on your top diagonal. I'll take this little spot here. And you can either start by drawing your line and then connect the top part of the line to the vanishing point, like so, or connect the vanishing point to the ledge, and that will determine where your vertical line falls. Both roads lead to Rome. And then I just write in my vertical line. There we go. And now I have this box. As you can see, I've started making boxes on the other sides too. So I'll just go ahead and flesh those out. And I just did those the same exact way. I brought the vanishing point to the ledge, and then I connected it with a vertical line. So it's just like making your boxes in 1-point perspective. It's just radiating out of the center and going in 2 separate directions. Okay, so we have that vanishing point set up, those 2 vanishing points set up, and they're converging here in the middle at the corner of a box. And this is a really useful exercise to start practicing the proper way to mathematically arrange an ellipses. So, excuse me, you will set up your ellipses by dividing your square face into 8ths. And just do, like, you can measure it out, you can do, your diagonal, but basically you're just making an X directly in the middle of your box. And then 1 vertical line in the middle of the box. It's really important to get that vertical line straight, so you want to line up your ruler with either the horizon line or the top of your paper, because it can be tricky to get that with just trusting your eyes. All right, so now I have 1 more line to make, and this one is also important to line up as well. You want to line up the vanishing point with the center point. This is the center point where these crosses and lines are converging. You're going to line it up. Look at that, my ruler is kissing up to that center point. Back end of my ruler is touching up to that vanishing point, and I'm just going to draw a straight line connecting to the far edge of my square. Okay? Now I can fluidly create rounded shape in here. You want the ellipse to have each side touching the edge of your square. And this is something you can kind of just trust your hand to do. After you practice a few times, it'll look better. This is a perspectively accurate ellipse. And then you can do the same thing in the other boxes. I don't trust my eye. For good reason. I was way off. Way off. And then that corner, that vanishing point crosses through center point. And look at that. Divided into eighths. And then great. And then you can do it on the top edge as well. I'm just connecting corner to corner, right? And vanishing point to make sure it crosses through the center point. And then make sure this vanishing point crosses through this center point. Yeah. So it's slightly different for when you're working on the top because your cone of vision allows you to see from both vanishing points. Your cone of vision down here on these, you're only able to see from this vanishing point on this side and from this vanishing point on this side. Up here, you're getting a bird's eye view. So the vanishing points are converging. So now I'm going to make my ellipse up here. There you go. Then you want to do the same thing going all the way to the vanishing point. So that might look like a total of 6 boxes or 8 boxes. This is just really good practice. It helps your eye to start working in perspective with shapes beyond squares and blocks, because when we get into our still life drawings, we're going to be having to focus a lot on perspective and how to use shapes that are more organic and more rounded, and how to apply perspective to those as well so that things don't look distorted and things look pleasing and accurate to the eye. So yeah, get to work.